Oh, thinkific.com.
What is it?
So I don't know. Thinkific.
Oh,
I don't
somebody
know
asked about that today in my diamond pod with Micah. That exact same thing. And
Really?
it wasn't Rada or Emily. She said Emily, but I think she meant Amy.
Yeah, it was definitely Amy. And she also does a new coach. I don't know if it's a thread or if it's an actual page, but I really liked how she added her new coaches from that quarter. Like every 3 or 4 months, she puts all the new coaches together so that they can kind of like form not their own
put them together
bond,
in
but
a page, yeah, or
I think it's a page. I'm not sure. Maybe I was thinking maybe just a thread, a message thread, so that they can like talk to each other.
Right. And I used to have mine separated into like coach reaching for emerald, emerald's going for diamond, and diamond and above. And that's actually how Micah does hers. But it was so, I mean, obviously you're my first diamond, so you'd be lonely in your little pod by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was really quiet. Like the coach to emeralds wouldn't say anything to each other, which, I mean, they have to foster that themselves for sure. The emeralds, those were running would talk. It's kind of like our pod now. Those that, because I have some in there that said they want to work the business, but aren't like working it. But I leave them in there so that they can see what's happening, and maybe
and that's kind of
separate them, but
that's kind of where I'm thinking that I'm going to do like my coach, or I mean, if you guys wanted to do it with me, that would be totally fun. But like I have so many coaches that I don't know if it's because they're not motivated or they're having doubts, or if it's because they don't know what to post. So I'm thinking that I want to do something like a challenge group where it's like, hey, like today do a call to action, say this, or talk about your mindset today, or talk about something in mom life today, like kind of like do this, and then it takes like the thinking out of it, because I know, because I know I kind of went through like a phase recently where it's like, what do I post? Like you think so hard about what to post, and then you end up not posting.
Decision paralysis, basically. Jaylyn in the Diamond Leader page, she did a live call in there and talked about how she does exactly what you're talking about. Like she has those that are working in a pod, so by rank each month. And if they don't hit Success Club, then they drop down to the other pod or vice versa. But she says every morning, one of her leaders, her leaders go in and say, okay, today post about this and then share your post in here. Okay, post about this and share your post in here, which it might be easier to do it in a message thread as opposed to another group that somebody has to, I don't know. Like I'm in, so I like thousands of groups on Facebook.
But like my girls aren't in that yet. Like they're in my challenge group, but I don't know. I just know a lot of them are having trouble getting that, like following that interest, and I mean a lot of it is either not sharing their journey or not inviting, but I don't know. I really want like, even when I reach out in my little message thread, like I'm just not getting like a ton back, and I just really want them to like get involved with each other, because that's what's going to push them. But I don't know. I don't know if it's.
Yeah, it takes time for sure. I mean, I love our message thread, and that there's actually conversations in there happening now besides me. Or I'm like, oh,
just like, I've worked for a very long time.
Yeah, like for a long time.
Carrie for like 2 months.
Jenny, she messaged me one day. She's like, are we the only people in that thread? I'm like, no, we're not. We're just hanging there. It'll pick up, I promise. And Micah said for like the first year, like she didn't have threads at that point. But like she said, I'd go live on my team page, or I'd do team calls and I'd be the only one showing up, me and my mom or whatever. she said, and my team page was dead for the longest time, which is crazy. You look at Team Inspiration now and you're like, how could this ever be dead? Like, it's crazy in there. She said, but it finally just one day, like, people started being like, okay, we can talk in here. And she said, some of that comes with numbers, but it just, I think, I don't know. I think it could be good for your coaches because that camaraderie and that,
The competition.
so.
Yeah, and I know, like, I have a lot of, like, new girls coming in that, like, I think want to work the business, but again, it's like the university, I don't know, it feels a little isolated to me right now. Like, I feel like if I was jumping, I mean, even when I did jump in, I didn't, like, I know you plugged me right into that university, but you know how much I love the Challenge Tracker app. I know it's not on there anymore, but I didn't do it. Like, I didn't. Like, there was nothing holding me accountable to it, and I wasn't, like, I don't know. Even though I was such a starter, I just wasn't, nothing was, like, making me show up to the university for some reason. I guess I didn't know how awesome Micah was yet. I don't know. But now, I mean, they're gold, but I don't know. I just feel like either something that gets back to me, like, I have no idea if she's doing it or not. I mean, she told me, like, thank you for tagging her in the day one post, but I kind of would want like feedback. I want them to be able to, like, talk to me, like, I don't know.
Right. So that Fit Boss training page that we talked about, are you thinking something like that, but make your own posts instead of use the Team Inspiration or the university?
I don't know. I'm almost thinking I really want to look into this Thinkific and, like, even, like, put them in that Fit Boss thing. But if Thinkific is what I'm thinking it is, and it's like a self, like, you go through it at your own pace, but I get notified, like,
yeah, that
25%.
I would love to have the
50%
notifications for sure. That
and then you kind of, I mean, that really will tell you who your runners are, like, if they, like,
if they're actually doing what they say they're doing. Yeah.
And
was it a free service?
And I would,
did she say?
I'm not sure. I think so, but I'm not sure. But I also want to be able to, like I want them to do the homework, and I want to know what they're saying.
Right.
I want them to answer the question, and I would like to, I don't know, like, obviously I don't want to make my own university because Micah is amazing, and I would never be able to teach what Micah can, but I kind of wish it was like me running it, kind of.
Right, which is why I love the whole idea of the Fit Boss page, because and you're in the Diamond. Oh, did she share those on the Diamond page? Kennedy shared her 2 videos that she puts in her Fit Boss page. Like, she has a welcome video. I'll see if I can share those. She either shared them on our retreat page or in the Team Inspiration Diamond page. So I'll see if I can find those. Because I really liked how she, like, I mean, they come into this group and it's their coach that they signed up with doing a video talking, which is why I was like, maybe we should do our own until we're, I don't know. Because I think you're right. I think your girls that you sign up need to see you as their leader. They don't need to see Micah. They don't need to see me. And maybe we just do a call like this that we record so that we can all put our people in there and they see all of us. I don't know. How are you going to do it? But that Team Misfit thing sounds that sounds good too. I haven't. Yeah, but I do need to get my, at least for my people coming in, like Kaylee wants to go through the Coach University, right? We talked about that.
Yeah, I never fully finished even like the sign up stuff. I mean, like I not putting together my website and things like that. And kind of what, like, I like doing homework. I did online classes all the time for college and stuff, so that's kind of my,
so that's your jam.
so I'm excited to have the page put together. I think that was part of the when I was working in, have a new baby and all that stuff, and then trying to sign up. I think that was the most overwhelming part, was trying to figure out where to start.
Right.
Because we had the Inspiration page and we had Team Awesome Sauce and then the thread going, and so
Right.
that like, okay,
Well, and that's how I always feel bad
Plus-
because bringing new coaches on, I'm always like, it's so overwhelming. Like, and we talked about this at the leader retreat. I was just, and that's why like this whole Fit Boss training thing came around, because it is overwhelming. It's okay. Now I'm going to put you in a message thread, and here's my new coach application or information sheet. Oh, and here's New Coach University. Oh, and here's Team Inspiration with 7,000 people. And like, oh, and here's my challenge group. Like, it's so much that, yeah, like I get overwhelmed trying to tell them without being like, okay, don't run away from me. I promise. I'm like, like, so I get it. Like, it is super overwhelming, and there is a lot for sure.
I just told Jordan because I think Daisy kind of got overwhelmed. I don't know.
Jenny, we can't hear you.
I'm super busy, so she's whatever. But
Jenny,
yeah.
you're mumbling.
Oh, sorry. I do that a lot. I was gonna say, I think it's just good to tell them. Like when I onboarded Jordan, I was like, hey, there's like 3 groups I'm gonna add you to. This one's for this, and I just like explained what they were and why we're a part of them. And I think that helps her like compartmentalize and not feel so like overwhelmed. Whereas I know when I onboarded Daisy, it's just like, hey, plug her in, like this is what we do. And I was like, ew, let's do it different. You know?
Hey, Mom.
Yeah, it's,
Hey.
I almost wonder, I like
I think
the bus training page. I think that's going to be the first, like, really good, like something like you're saying, Megan, that you, like, that's just all they focus on. Because even with the New Coach University post, they're running it as a challenge group, basically like, okay, get your workout done, drink your shake, here's your training for the day. So they're working on their own results that they can share at the end, because in 2 weeks, if you follow the nutrition and the workout, you'll have some sort of results. It might not be a 30-pound weight loss, but you're going to have something. Even you can just talk about, I can't believe the energy difference that I have, something to get them a quick win so they then stick with it and they're like, wow, this is awesome. But that they're not overwhelmed and like, what did I just sign up for? Holy crap, this is too much, and walk away because they're just, it's too much. So yeah, for sure we need to, let me know what you find out about that website, because that sounds cool too.
Yeah, and I'm thinking that I might shoot for like a mid-September and do like a group, and I might even call it like a new coach mentorship and just try it like once and just really run like pretty much a challenge group, but just for coaches. And then I might like try and spend all of the beginning of September trying to get people into it. And I've just completely made that up as like right now.
I can see the wheels turning.
That's why I'm talking.
You're like,
but like, I don't know. And just say like it's the first time I'm doing it, like gonna spend 3 weeks, like, or 2 weeks, probably 3 weeks, like running them through. And then, I mean, ultimately I'm doing it for my coaches because
Right.
I want my current coaches to be runners. Like I know so many of them have the potential, like Sarah Beth, I know like she has the connections. Like I know that she would kill it if she starts posting a lot.
right.
I mean, I know Megan wants to work the business. I mean, I know, I don't know, like Maddie, I think will be really good. Like she works a lot, but like, I think that they're stuck, like they don't want to start posting, or they don't know I don't know what it is, but I know that it like, I don't know. I just know they'd be a killer team if we work together, but right now nobody's really like jumping at our thread or.
Kaylee, as a new coach walking in and hearing this, what's your biggest hesitation as far as starting, do you think?
Well, I already have people that I'm brainstorming on. Like, I'm like, I could probably get into a challenge group. My husband, I can't really sign him up right off the bat because money is a factor, especially since now that I'm staying home.
Right.
I've already got him to agree to jump into a challenge group when I get that going, so I can use him. I mean, he's a big guy too, but he like he's 6'6" and 280 pounds.
Wow.
And he just puts on muscle like nobody's business and drops weight. But so like I have that going. I have people, but it's just getting to that point where I've filled out my paperwork. I've got, like, I don't mind sharing. I share pictures of my baby all the time.
Right.
She is with me, so it's not a big deal for me to post that I'm doing workouts. In fact, I was getting people, even when I wasn't necessarily actively coaching, and I was posting pictures of doing yoga or like.
Right. I remember your post. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, that's actually kind of effective, because I would start it out of shape, post-college, athlete, mama, you know? And I think that there's a lot of moms out there that I feel like would feel better just even doing
something. Right.
So for me, it's just getting to that point where I can start to
Okay.
just get started.
Yeah. So
Sorry, that was a whole bunch of info. But
so do you plan to do like a post of, hey, I'm starting this up, who wants to jump in, or just private inviting people, or both? Have you thought that far ahead?
I was actually thinking about that yesterday. So I was thinking more of a visual, like changing under my description on my Facebook and just start like posting workouts. And I also considered starting just like basically just a motivational page on Facebook, where it can be an outlet if moms felt like they had a success that day, and it can be purely motivational, no politics, no nothing, like moms found something that made their day easier, or dads or whatever, but just a completely positive motivational page, and kind of get people in on that too.
Yeah. One thing to be aware of, Facebook used to play to pages like that, like they used to promote them more. They've changed their algorithm completely. So any page that you set up, unless you pay lots of money for ads, they don't show people those pages.
So if it's like okay.
That's
Good.
just within the last 6 months, they've really changed that, because they want your money in ads, basically is what it is. And like you can't, I used to pay like $2 for an ad to run like 2 weeks just to get people to see my page. And unless you're dropping like hundreds on an ad, they just don't. It's their new algorithm. And like any post I put up business wise, they hide almost, like I can't say hide, but they don't play into their algorithm as much.
Lovely.
Just to be aware. Like,
oh, that's good to know.
Instagram is like huge right now for finding, like that's where I'm finding most of my people now. It used to be I just ran strictly on Facebook as far as, that's where all my challengers came from. And I feel like Facebook's trying to stick it to me and every coach, like they're really like, mm-mm. And it's like, at first I thought it was just me, but in talking with a bunch of other coaches, it's the same. It's crazy. Like even Mike is like, oh yeah, my fitness posts and stuff, who has like 27,000 followers or more on her business page. She said they don't get noticed, because on a business page or on a page like that, you can see how many people, like what your reach is and how many people see your posts. She said it's down like dramatically crazy drops in hers. So, you can try it for sure and like create a community type thing, but it might be easier to reach those people just on your regular page that are already friends and following you.
Yeah.
Just
I'm
as
also gonna have to hold off on posting all of my recipes. Because there's some pretty unhealthy ones in there.
But I think people like, I share some of that stuff too. And I think people like this. When I said this on the mastermind this morning, as far as like, somebody's like, I just gained 6 pounds in the last week on vacation. I was like, so share that. Like people want to see that you don't eat perfect all the time and you never miss a workout. Like that doesn't feel realistic to people. So sharing those type recipes, they'd be like, dude, she's in shape and she still eats like this. What's she doing? Like, I think that's okay to share that type stuff. And that's what I love about 2B Mindset. Like, I can eat whatever I want. And I know that, like, if I have ice cream at night, I can still lose weight the next morning. But if I have, what did I have? Like a cookie or salt with salsa and chips. Oh, heaven forbid, I'll be at 5 pounds the next morning. Like, but that's what 2B Mindset has taught me about my body, is that I know what I can eat to lose weight and nothing's off limits. So I can still have the chips and salsa if I want. I can still have ice cream. I just have to know how it affects my body. I can still have the yummy brownies that I posted the recipe, whatever. Like, and I know you're not doing 2B, but I think people want to see that you're still human and still normal and still eat normal and that you're not just eating salads all. So I say share it.
I will say personally that that's one of the reasons why I like being one of your coaches. Oh, my hair, sorry. Is like you do share like those real life balance is essential posts where like I'm gonna have a bowl of ice cream and I'm not gonna feel bad about it. And I think like Carrie's saying, like it's so good to share that stuff because that might be exactly what someone's waiting to see from you.
It's hard to watch people who, I mean, I watched lots of top coaches from the very beginning where I was like, dude, they always look perfect. Their makeup's always done. They're blonde bombshells.
Like Melanie Mitro.
Well, Lindsay Matway. Like when I joined, guys, Lindsay Matway was top coach, and she used to model for Playboy. She's a blonde bombshell. Like she is gorgeous, and all the top 10 look like her. So I was like, dude, I can't ever hit top 10. I don't look like them. They never, like, her makeup was always done. You never saw her without makeup, any of that stuff. So it gave me an unrealistic, like, well, and this has been a limiting belief I've had to overcome myself. Like, wait a minute. And thank goodness I found Micah, because Micah went top 10. She's not blonde. She's gorgeous, but here's this girl from Idaho, lives on a cow farm. You know, like I was like, all right, normal people can totally do this. And Micah posts her treats and stuff all the time too. So to me, that's when I was like, all right, I can still be real. I can still be human. I can still share peanut butter and chocolate, anything. Trust me, I'm going to try it. Like, and people know that. Like, they know that I love that combination and I'm going to try it. And the only ice cream I ever really get is peanut butter and chocolate or Reese's peanut butter. Like, but I'm honest about it too. So I think keep sharing those recipes because people want to see that and try that, but they also want to know that you can help them with the healthy side of stuff too. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The great big circle to get back to.
Some days I post like 10. Like really cheesy sloppy joe.
Guess how I'm feeling today. I want all the food.
Like fall coming, guys.
Oh, that's awesome. So that's my advice that way. Yeah. I like it. Yeah.
So quick question for Jenny. Did you work at Bar T5 in Jackson Hole?
Yeah, I was like, you know a bunch of people that I know.
Yeah.
How is that? So
Did you meet your husband in Jackson Hole?
Heck no. We're not one of those couples. No offense if you are, but we're not. We met in Logan.
7 years strong.
Awesome.
We met country swing dancing at the fun park.
She's one of those people. She met her husband dancing.
Ah.
Her husband is my nephew.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. My husband's nephew, but yeah.
Mm.
My husband's the baby of 9 and baby by like 7 years. Her stepmother, no, your mother-in-law is my brother's. Oh my gosh, guys, I can't speak. Her stepmom is my husband's sister, the next one up, but she's 7 years older than my husband. So like all my nieces and nephews on my husband's side are my age. Like I have one that I went to 4th grade with. We were in the same class. I'm like, hey, I'm not your aunt. This is really weird. So yeah, her husband still works at the Bar T5, whatever that place is. So
Sweet.
You work there too? Is that what you said?
We did. I worked there for 2 summers and I was a cook.
Really?
So, yeah. And then my husband was a wrangler and drove the wagons.
Yeah, that's what Justin does.
Yeah, we miss it. It's a good place. If you guys know of anybody who's just out of high school and needs a job,
Send them up there.
yep, it's a good place. Good
That's
people.
cool. It's good to know. That's cool you worked there. It's funny.
Yeah, when Jordan jumped in the group, because I actually worked there with Jordan.
Yeah, I love Jordan.
I was like,
Yeah.
hey, and she was like, you were first on my list to contact. And I was like, sorry.
Oh, that's funny. And then what a small world that you'd both end up on the same team. That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Jordan's already going to run her own free group starting on Monday. Yeah.
Saw that. She's a go-getter.
She is like dynamite. I'm like, holy crap.
Is she on your left leg, Jenny? No, she's under Justin.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Cool.
Very cool. Okay, any questions for me? Megan, you look like your wheels are still turning.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I watched that video that you posted this morning, and Kate Morgan said that she was gonna do a post in, was it Champions, I think,
Yeah, she's
about like
doing-
challenge groups and stuff. Our challenge group right now, we only have like probably 4 people that are like actively posting, like besides us coaches.
Mhm.
And so I don't really know. I mean, I'm struggling with that, I guess, because I mean, like there's LaShawna and then 2 of my coaches and then 1 of Brienne's is like active, but I just don't know. Like I feel like we're doing everything we can to get like everybody posting, but so I'm hoping Kate's video is helpful. But I mean, we do like live giveaways. I even went live in there.
Awesome.
I did.
Wow, Megan.
And like I went in there live and said that like I was gonna do a giveaway on day 1 for whoever posted. We were gonna do like a random draw, and so they were gonna get a sample of Energize. And I said that like this is the only time I'm gonna give you a warning, but I'm gonna do it throughout the group. So post every day. And I don't know, like I feel like that would make me post.
Yeah.
but we only have 4 that are like showing up every day and like engaging in like the questions. I mean 6 if you include me and Brienne. But.
What if you put them, like assign the accountability partners to each, or put them in a lot of
Hold on a
coaches. Okay. 2-year-olds. I get it. Hi, Carter.
Say hi. Can you say hi?
Hi. Oh, come on. That's a mean mugging face. Hi.
Good job. Yeah, he's not happy when he wakes up from his nap. He likes to sleep.
One thing, and I haven't done this yet, but Shauna and I are talking about, because our group's kind of like dead right now, and we can't get a group or I can't get a lot of our people to post either. So in talking with other coaches, they either add them all to a message thread, so they call each other out, or they assign basically accountability partners. Okay, you're partners with this person. Make sure you each show up. Or
I
like,
thought about doing that, but I feel like if I assign like somebody that's not posting to somebody that's not posting, I feel like I don't know.
hey, Shanita.
My swearing buddy.
What up? So I am so sorry, guys. It's kind of been crazy. I wanted to hop on earlier, but Lucas and I wanted to say something to Carrie. It's a big day for Carrie Morris, official 1-star.
Carrie!
Woo!
Carrie, how did we not know that?
Wait a second. What? Has that not been talked about yet?
No, because she's
Megan and I talked about it, because Megan's
Okay,
lifetime diamond now.
because Megan's
Somebody
a
talked
boss.
about it. I didn't even know if today was our so we're like.
You
it's
are
done today?
official.
You are official lifetime diamond, Sunshine.
Woo! I didn't even
Oh
know
my
that.
God. I am so,
This is all because of Megan. It's-
yeah, stop.
It is. Megan's the one that hustled to get
It's not.
Stop
It's
it.
not.
I'm so proud of you guys.
I'm
Shiva, tell her how proud you are.
Hi, Shiva.
Okay, but yeah, I wanted to jump on and say
This
that
is a good
super
time for you to jump on. Because we were just talking, Megan said a lot of people in her challenge group are not, same thing that we're experiencing, like they're not posting, they're not showing up, they're not. So one thing that Shauna and I told them how we've talked about assigning accountability partners, but we're doing the fantasy football in September, and we put them on teams.
Oh, hang on, I'm gonna
yeah,
put you on ears.
So that might be something that, and they get points, team points. So like, and the other thing we've done is instead of even message threads, they tag each other on their sweaty selfies when they post them. They tag them on their shakes. Hey, I haven't seen your post yet. Like Daisy is phenomenal with tagging others. So those that are super competitive and want the prizes and the points, they tag their teammates. And we purposely put like a runner with an inactive one to try to get
Really?
them. Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be Carrie's first fantasy football run with me.
Yeah. So we've done other team-based things where
Yes.
it's the same, like, and we will team up somebody that's not showing up with one that is.
Yes.
Especially like Daisy or whoever, because Daisy's awesome. Like, hey, where are you?
Yeah, Daisy's a rock star.
Tagging too, like.
Does the other person like respond? Because I feel like mine, like last night I called out like 4 or 5 of my girls that I hadn't checked in yet, and only one of them responded.
I feel like sometimes it's hit or miss, you guys. Like you're gonna have slower times with your groups.
And right now is just a hard time for everybody.
It is.
It really is. So
yeah.
I'm not really discouraged by it. I just kind of like I know how much an impact like a challenge group can be, and I kind of feel bad like my new girls coming in, like I don't know.
I understand. And it's really hard because then you start to like get down on yourself. Like, is it something I'm doing? Am I not providing enough for them? But the truth is it's really not. And it's just a matter of where the person's at right then. So, because if you let it just start to affect your energy, because our group has been crickets sometimes. And it's like, I'm not doing anything different than I did when I had stellar like engagement. So I go in there pretty often and like call them out and tell them, like remind them that even on days when they decide, you know, I'm not doing my workout, I want you to log that and share with us what happened, why, like, because they're not alone when they feel like that. And I think sometimes people are like, if I'm not 100%, then I suck. And
yeah,
I always like, I stress, which I know I'm a broken record, but I stress like share your struggles and your victories. Like, I don't want this to just be some like all the time, like the only thing you're talking about is what's good. Because this is really hard. Like being coaches is really hard and being a challenger is really freaking hard. So I don't know.
Yeah, it just goes back to what we were saying. Like when we share our struggles, it helps us to be more human to them and them feel like, oh, maybe I can do what she's doing.
Yeah,
for sure.
had one girl, I've been trying to follow up with her for like forever. She signed up like under my first challenge group, and she like hasn't really like responded to me. And so today she finally responded and was like, yeah, I'm not a stellar participant or whatever. She's like, I still eat pizza and wine. And I was like, seriously? Like, it's not all or nothing. Like, I just had a giant waffle cone of chocolate peanut butter ice cream last night. Like, it's not all or nothing. Like, and so I don't know, but she's been so quiet since she signed on, pretty much. But she says she's still working out. I don't get it.
Which one is it?
It's not a coach. Her name is Brittany Shroom. Yeah, she signed up under my first free group and challenge group.
Okay.
Wow. But yeah, I've been trying to follow up with her and maybe try and tuck her like into coaching if she needs the extra accountability, but she just now responded to me, so.
Well, at least she's not ignoring you. So, you know, like.
She says she's lost 10 pounds, though.
That's awesome. And you're going to have those people too, where it's like, and that's the other thing. Of course, I want them to participate, but for some people, being a fly on the wall is, they don't need it. So it's kind of like you're still providing them with the resources, but some people are like, I'm good, dude. I don't need that from you.
Yeah.
But it's still good for them to see other people participating. So it's like, it's so funny because you realize just how different everybody is in your
Yeah.
groups. But it's
Yeah,
very
like
hard to not let that get you down.
Yeah, all three, well, other than Lashana, who just did the free group, but all three of my girls that I signed on this month are like they're like, we're doing the programs, like, we're killing it, but they are completely silent. I'm like, okay, I like
Yeah.
to brag about it.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Everything okay?
Yeah, my kid is insane.
Stay here. Can you say
Sit
hi?
down.
Can you say hi?
Hey, Echo.
We
So
love-
I am like seriously so proud of Team Awesome Sauce, you guys. This is a huge day. It's a huge day.
And I think I have a new name instead of Awesome Sauce.
What is it?
Tell me
Oh,
what
gosh.
you think. I
All right, now you look like me.
know.
I actually, that's so funny because I want to change my team name too, but I don't know to what.
The play off inspiration with the capital N on the nation. Brad tells me this doesn't roll off the tongue, so maybe I shouldn't do it. But I like grit and determination with the capital N on team.
Okay.
I love it.
I like that. That's
I
cool.
like it too because it doesn't like you have to have some grit to be a coach and like handle all the no's.
Yeah.
But
I
I like
like
the
it.
nation as a like throwback to Micah's team with the
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I need to play with it some more.
Yeah. I like it.
I like it too. But
I
it's
like
it
it.
doesn't really just roll off your tongue. I'm like, well, Team Awesome Sauce doesn't just roll off the tongue either. Like,
Yeah. No, I love it. I love it.
thanks.
It's good. It's good.
But okay, we need everybody to smile. Ready? Jenny, where'd you go? I need a picture.
Jenny.
Here.
We have a white wall. Jenny, come smile.
Okay, fine. So you have to
Okay. Just don't be naked. Smile. Ready?
I'm not naked. That's good.
Okay, I got it.
What else was I going to say? Yeah, I was like so hoping you were still on your call because I wanted to hop on really quick.
Hey, Shauna, have you met Kaylee?
I what?
Kaylee, this is my success partner, Shauna.
Hi, Kaylee. Hang on. Let me move my screen because I'm on my phone. I can't see everybody. Hang on. Hi. I see you now.
Shauna will pop in on our calls often.
I will do that.
We'll probably start joining in on our team calls eventually.
Yes.
So
it's so nice to meet you. Kaylee is whose? Is
Kaylee
she?
is under Brad, under
Okay.
Kara. Remember Kara that's gonna have a baby any day?
Yes. Yes.
We signed up together. And
Okay. Awesome.
Kaylee's ready to rock this out and change lives. So
Awesome. Welcome to the team, girl.
Thank you.
we're going to watch all these babes raise their eyes to the top.
Yes, they are. Okay, Jenny girl, how close are you? What's happening?
Gosh. So I have one coach under my husband finally.
Yeah.
I have another link out for a coach today. I think she's also I can't remember. But
Okay.
I just have a bunch of discounters that like have canceled their orders or just like not.
Okay.
So I don't know. And then
Cool.
I'm like working the business. I don't want to like pressure them to like. I don't know.
No, I totally understand, but you just keep padding your legs with more discounters if you have to until you have your runners.
Yeah.
Like, girl, you can totally like crush it. You can go 1-star, 2-star with discounters. You can
Yeah.
do this for sure.
Shauna knows.
Oh, I do. But no, you've got this. Like, you're so close. You're
Yeah.
so close.
Girls, I'm waiting to hear from today.
Okay, so do you have both emeralds or
No, she has half of
controlled,
them.
or who do you? Okay, so then you're one coach shy, or you are an emerald and a coach.
She's 3 coaches, so an emerald.
She's 3. Okay.
But then she
But that's
needs
what
to
I'm.
get some active. But
Okay. Awesome. Yes, girl, you got this.
It's just a matter of consistency. And being in this diamond push group, I love it. Like, I think I like the structure of it a lot more than like the past push groups I've been in.
Yeah.
Here's your tracker. Do this. It's not like just do a power hour or watch all these motivational videos about how to be a good, like that just overwhelms me.
Yeah, no, it's just do the vitals, get your stuff done. Here's what you should be tracking and move.
Just
Yeah.
keeping it simple, which is like what I need. Otherwise, I'm like, ugh, I can't.
Yeah,
So,
totally.
I'm really good, and
I love it.
It's pretty interesting. I like talking to them.
She's going to take some of that cash at the end of the Diamond Dash.
Hell yeah.
Oh, it's as good as yours. And that pot is killer. Like, you
Yeah.
need to, seriously,
Yeah.
gonna be good.
Could use some of that money for sure.
Yeah.
I'm so pumped for you guys. It's awesome. It's such a fun time. This is when it gets like super freaking fun. Once that momentum kicks in, and even if it's discounter momentum, it's like all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute, I was talking to you 7 or 8 months ago and now you're ready to jump in. And then it's like boom, 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 boom. And then before you know it, you're a 1-star, you're a 2-star. Like,
I'm like building enough credibility with people because they've been watching me for 9
Yep.
months. And so they're like, okay, she's legit. And I just keep inviting people. Like this one girl, I've sent her probably 8 messages over the last 9 months. And she's always ignored them until this very last one. She was like, okay, I want more info. And I was like, power of the Shauna be upon me. Like, yes. I was just like, this is what happens when you don't give up on people. Like, they finally.
yes.
So.
Don't give up on them, because I'm telling you, like, who you're talking to today, and that's why I gotta be honest, and I'll put myself under the bus and drive the bus right over myself. I would say like 3 or 4 days before we went to retreat, and then for a week and a half. So I was at retreat. So 3 days before we went to retreat, the whole time I was at retreat, and the week that I got home, like legitimately nothing. Like I did nothing. I mean, I was posting on social, but I wasn't commenting, like connecting. I wasn't like, and I'm running the bus over myself because it happens. But I will say, I cannot get down a month or 2 from now when all of a sudden I'm at 0 and I'm scrambling, because why I'm scrambling is because I took my foot off the gas. So like, and the second I kind of caught myself and realized what was happening, I was like, you will not spiral. We do not do this. Like, oh my goodness, rookies unite. Like what? I was so mad at myself. And now I'm like, hustle, 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 hustle. Because what we do today, you guys, it's truly, especially like we're going into the holidays. This is our money time. Like we're going to start doing fun groups, things that are all about staying focused and whatever. And then it like propels you into January. Like this is the time to go balls out and like push. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I in your ears?
You're in my ears. You're good. I hear you.
Okay.
There are kids around though. Be careful.
Okay. I'm not going to say anything. So, but that is so like, and I feel like the first step is admitting what happened. Because even Carrie's like, what are you doing? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? I'm like, I don't know. I feel like you go on these like highs and then all of a sudden you're like, whoosh. So if you felt like that, you're not alone, but we are not allowed to stay there.
And instead of like being like this, it should be like,
yes,
little, like you can have your highs, you can have your lows, but don't let them be like,
yeah,
all over the place.
Well, and I started to, Jenny, what you just said about all the videos, I feel like even as leaders, like Carrie and I are inundated with videos constantly of different trainings, or can you get on this call? Can you get on that call? And it's like, sometimes I just need to be like, whoa, like I've got to focus on one thing at a time. So I feel like that's what happened for that few weeks. I was watching a bunch of training videos, but I wasn't doing shiz with them. I wasn't like implementing those things. I
told Micah, I'm like, look, I want to help with your groups, but I am spread so thin that I feel like I'm like, I can't, I said I need to focus on my team and my business.
Yeah, that was the thing. It's like I didn't have time to apply what I learned from the first one.
Yep.
Just like, and I hate feeling that way. It's just too much for me.
Yeah. And so that's why I'm telling you, like, recognize when it's happening and then like redirect.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to then get so overwhelmed that you're just like, screw it, I'm shutting down. Like, I'm not even going to be engaged. But
it goes back to, sorry.
No, you're fine.
our conversation earlier about when we onboard new coaches, we've got to do it in a way that doesn't like completely drown them. You know, I
Yeah.
don't want my coaches to feel like they're drowning.
Yep.
And sometimes I feel like I have drowned my coaches, but it's also a learning curve on my part because I'm like, I'm just trying to figure this out too. But
Mhm.
anyway.
Yeah. Jenny, you're so like, that's exactly where I was. Cause I had a builder last year when I first started coaching and we were kind of going through it together. And I feel like I completely overwhelmed her. I lost her because I overwhelmed her. And now I feel like now that we have a better handle kind of on where like the Fit Boss babes in training and different things that we incorporate, like it's just an easier way to not completely overwhelm these people because we all felt like that. Like we all felt like, okay, this is way too much. Like, I just want to share my journey. Can I just do that? And then, but unfortunately, why don't they flock to us when we do that? Like, why do I have to personally invite you? That's ridiculous. Like, you're following me. You should just want to do this.
Yeah.
So then you got to put in that extra effort or whatever. If like you want to be successful, it's so lame.
Yeah. Why can't I just happen overnight?
Why can't I just like snap my fingers and everybody that liked once in our group? Why?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Megan. First of all, I'm coming to live with you on your boat, on that boat, whatever boat you're on.
It's not my boat. Luckily, I have like one of my best friends is like she's single, no kids. Like she literally all she does is meet people out on the lake and ride horses. So when I need like a break from my life, I just like hitch a ride with her and call her like.
Oh my gosh, that picture was fire. Your posting is like killing it lately. I meant to tell you that. Yes. I love it.
Yeah.
Your pictures are so good. Like, oh my goodness. And that's such a hard thing to master, to kind of like get really comfortable, and you are totally
She
finding your
reminds
lane.
me of Kennedy's.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Kennedy's like, I want to be
You need to look
Kennedy when
up-
I grow up, but I got to get younger. I don't know how that's possible.
You need to look up Calamity Ken on
Yeah.
Yeah,
IG.
no, she totally. I told Andrew that we're selling our house and buying an RV and just living.
Do it.
That's my. If I did not have a kid, I would be living her life.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's what I told her in Utah. I was like, I pretty much would just live your life if I had no family.
Yeah.
But she's awesome. But yeah, it's so like, it's really hard to find your lane and get in your groove and get really comfortable with posting. And I feel like sometimes I even really struggle with that. So you're totally an inspiration to me. Like, so you're killing it for sure.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, she's so beautiful. I'm like, okay.
Seriously. Yeah.
You're adorable. Just keep doing what you're doing, girl. You guys are, you do you, boo. That's what I always say. It makes Carrie crazy. You do you, boo. It's cool. This is recorded, and Carrie said, "What I should have called you out when you said it, because when you said all I do is drink wine or have
Right.
pizza," and she was like, "Me too." I would.
The part, not the wine part.
I wish it was the wine part, but I get it. Whatever.
Not so much the pizza part. The burgers and fries get in my belly. Like,
Oh my gosh, I love you guys. So, is there anything else you guys are chatting about, concerned about? You good?
Carrie, I did want to check because I really don't. I mean, obviously we're done, but what does done mean for like the qualifying period? Like, what happens if I do drop like?
So-
Hey, Megan, we don't talk like that, sister friend. What's that? What just happened?
I'm not.
What
going
just
to.
happened?
I'm just saying, what happened?
Megan, nothing happens because you don't, sister. Megan, we don't put that in the universe for yourself. You need to say, what happens if I get a diamond coach and that person drops?
No, I know that my coaches aren't all buying stuff every
Right.
single month. So
Totally.
We've had to do some finagling these past few weeks. So
Oh,
do we? I mean, I'm not
Shauna
even-
knows about the finagling. Ask Shauna what happened to her 2-star bonus.
some of it may be already gone. I don't have it yet. It's fine.
Oh,
Anyway,
so
but yeah.
if it drops and you drop back to Emerald, your volume cycles payout go from 18 back to 14.
So so basically, like, I still have to make sure that there's because, like, right now, I still need to be adding coaches on mine, right? Like, because I'm pushing for 1 star, so obviously I'm building Andrews.
And even as a 1 star, you need to have 10 active coaches under you, not just 8. And as a 2 star, it has to be 12 active coaches. So you should always still, like, take care of you and your business first.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. And then worry about Andrew.
Yeah, at this point, I would pad your own legs first. Wouldn't you say carry like 12? I'd probably get yourself like 12, so that way when it fluctuates, you're not stressing.
Yeah, like right now, I woke up this morning.
I think I have 11, but
nice.
Like 2 of them stay inactive.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to buy anything.
Okay. But I mean, the real answer is nothing happens to you except you go from 18 to 14. So is it the end of the world for you? Absolutely not. And it happens. We drop sometimes. It happens. But we don't put that in the universe because you're a freaking boss mom who's like, hello.
I know. I'm just saying, like, I didn't know because it's like lifetime diamond is that, like, I didn't know if you can still drop.
Yes.
That, like,
yeah.
Okay. So I'm not saying that it's going to happen. I just didn't know if it's like,
I totally get it. And I'm just messing with you.
The lifetime means, like when you go to Summit next year, whatever your lifetime rank that you've held for 6 weeks will be what they recognize you at.
Yeah.
You'll be past Diamond when you go to Summit. You'll be walking the stage as like a 5 star or higher. But like basically,
no pressure. She's like, you guys back off.
That lifetime rank is what you get recognized at events with.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I've dropped twice since I hit Diamond. One, I woke up on my birthday last year. I didn't know I was dropping. I didn't have 4 active coaches on one leg, and I was like, what? So I dropped that day, and then maybe one other time. Maybe it's just that once.
No, we were on the call with Micah, and she was like, some of you have dropped, and Carrie was like, what?
I had this thought. I was like, is she talking to me? So I hurried and opened my office, and I was like, oh my gosh.
It happens though. And honestly, I have to say, and something that Micah said to me, which of course I don't want this to be the case, but it just so happens, and I'll be honest again, here comes the bus running myself over, but my 2 star has completely dropped. My sister is like all red when I don't go into her downline because it's all red and it makes me like have a panic attack. But Mike is like, focus on 6 weeks of every single quarter and really push yourself. Of course you want to pad everything and make it so you're not even stressed and it's constant for you, but it happens. So it's like, I just know that 6 weeks of every quarter to get the 2 star bonus or 5 star or 10 star, I have to hold.
Right.
So like you grind so you can make it last forever. But if it doesn't, 6 weeks of every quarter, once you guys get to your bonus stages. And Micah was like, of course I don't want you to all fall apart. But my thing is right now, because it was just all discounters, it was a house of cards. Like, I'm not building a house with bricks. My foundation is a house of cards. So discounters are great, but unless they're lifers on the product, you have to continuously be padding and replacing those people. And because now, if I was just building my own self, I would be padded galore, but I have spread that between all controlled accounts. So now I'm like, it all fell apart. But so yeah, I'm preaching to the choir. I'm like, Megan, we don't talk like that, even though somebody go in my back office and check out my sister's downline and then shoot me. Just kidding, don't. But I was like, I work so hard. And it's very disappointing when you work so hard, but you can't. Those things happen, and that's why we have to find those rock star people that are like-minded like us. It's hard, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's definitely no pressure and at all, because we get it. And and it's also like, I went through the same thing, Megan, because I was like, I don't want to keep paying. Like, first of all, we shouldn't be continuously like rearranging and figuring out, like, it's stressful. But it's also like, try not to let yourself get in the mindset of, oh, it's cool if I drop. Because my thing is, I'll never drop diamond. I will never drop. My diamond will never drop. Now that I'm like, I'm just like, that's a non-negotiable, like Success Club to me, my diamond won't drop. Because I feel like if it did, me personally, that would screw with my head so bad. Like, and I can't let that affect my business like that. I don't know why it's okay that my 2-star dropped and it's not doing the same thing to me, but inside I'm just like, I'm still a diamond. Okay. It's okay. Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. I'm not sure. But.
No, it does. I mean, I'm not thinking I'm going to drop. I really want to find more people that really are just buying stuff, because I feel like I've had to pretty much like beg people or buy it for them.
And that's not fun.
It's not sustainable.
No.
Yeah.
It's not realistic. So I didn't know.
No. And I know how crappy that part is in qualification, where you're like, okay, how close are we to being official? Because I'm done calling grandpa. Like, I'm over it or whatever. It's hard, because then you feel like your friendships and your relationships start to get affected. That's not what the business is about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I don't want to make it seem like to my coaches that like it's about money and rank and that, but
yep.
I don't know.
I totally.
I was hoping. I had 3 people buy challenge packs this week, and I really thought all 3 of them were going to sign on as coaches, but only 1 did. So.
Well, and then in 2 or 3 weeks, you're going to reach out to the 2 that didn't and say, so, like, were you loving the shit? You know what I mean? And then you're going to say, well, let's get you set up with the discount before your next shipment comes. And then hopefully they're like, yes, this stuff is gold. But yeah, you want to like be in the mindset where it's still fun. And that's not to say that some of it isn't fun. Some of it's the unsexy stuff where like you're 1 week away from being official and you're like, well, it looks like Timmy next door is going to get a challenge pack with me and he didn't know it, but he's getting one or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the realistic, like, when you want it, you're going to do whatever it takes to make it happen. So.
And if I'm not saying I am, I don't want to.
You scared her out of saying that.
No, don't talk.
I'm just trying to understand. You got to understand. If you do drop, do you go back into qualifying?
No, you are a lifetime diamond, but you will not be, your current status will be an emerald.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which you will
so
never drop emerald.
You don't have to qualify for diamond again.
Nope.
Your qualification next time would be for when you go 1 star.
Yes. So like when.
So then it's you holding yours.
Yeah.
And whoever your diamond is holding. Like
yes.
That's when it gets.
So like the second I hit 1 or 2 star again, I will be official the day I hit it. I don't have to hold it for 6 more weeks. Now, if I hit 3 star, I have never held that rank before, so I will have to hold it for 6 weeks to be like.
She'll have to hold all 3 diamonds underneath her for those 6 weeks. So when we go as a 2 or 3 star team, it will be like you and Jenny and probably my mom's account. We'll have to hold diamond for those full 6 weeks in all 3.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Because that's a rank that our team has not hit before. So.
Yeah, it makes total sense. I just had to ask because I really wasn't sure with the whole like lifetime thing.
Yes.
I didn't know.
Yes. And always be truthful. Say, I might drop, and it's okay. Nobody's going to come to your door. It's going to be okay. You're like, you scared her from saying it. I just am always, like, I'm such a universe person. So I'm like, if I say that, that's going to happen. Like, I'm not I'm a 5-star elite team. Not really.
You know what I'm going to say? I'm hitting Success Club before tomorrow night.
Carrie, that is happening. We'll be on calls. We're going door to door until it happens.
Anybody want 2B mindset?
Is everybody else at Success Club? How are you guys? You good?
Megan's there.
Okay, Jenny, what's up?
Another one tonight.
I need to look.
You're at 2 right now.
I'm at 6, but my goal is actually 10. So I'm actually not 10.
I love that, Megan. Your goal is 20 and you'll hit 10.
I know, like I gotta hit it because I seriously, my first time hitting 10, I got like a $270 Shakeology lead like the first day after I got it. I was like, oh, if I don't hit this, I would have never got it. And she keeps ordering. She keeps ordering. He's like one of my most consistent. He's more consistent than my coaches at Shakeology. I wish she'd email me back.
That is the most, oh my gosh, a couple of, because I don't get a whole lot of, even the people that I've gotten the paid leads, only a handful of them are like consistent on their shakes. And I'm like, why do they not respond to my email to be, like, you get shakes every single month. Like,
I know.
Because you'll be missing some tomorrow.
oh,
I know.
it's so annoying.
It's just that one from Canada that is consistent. It's like 200, and it's
I'll be there.
more
Go
expensive
get your
than
stuff and send me.
Canada. I think the commission is actually the same.
Love you.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it's like over $200 in Shakeology. So I can buy samples and stuff too. So I don't know what she's doing, but
Okay.
I'm gonna convert her to a coach on my own.
Do it. Okay, well, I need to hop off, but I love you guys. Congrats on your 1-star today. Soon to be 2-star. Because Jenny is coming in hot, y'all. And Kaylee, welcome to the team.
Yeah, we're going to go 3-star because Jenny and I are going to get those accounts to diamond at the same time.
Yeah, you guys are going to kill it. I'm so pumped for you. And you guys know I'm always here if you have any questions or need to reach out for anything. I know your coach is a killer rock star too, but if you need something, do you need to curse? I'm just kidding. I love you guys. Congrats.
Okay. I just got a phone call from a 9-year-old who's sick at school, so I need to go too and get her. But thanks for jumping on. Message me.
Yep, I gotta put my 2-year-old to bed.
Okay. Any questions from you guys?
It's nice meeting you, Kaylee.
Yeah. We're excited you're here, Kaylee.
Thank you.
Next time we talk in person, Jenny, you better be diamond.
Right.
Next week.
I'm working on it.
Okay. We'll hold you to it.
Sounds good.
All right. See you guys.
Thanks, guys. See you.